Welcome to Golden Flame Stars. Today, we revisit remarkable screen legends whose talent, beauty, and unforgettable roles helped shape the golden decades of film and television. Though time has transformed them, their stories remain powerful and enduring. Join us as we explore how these iconic stars have evolved through the years, revealing transformations that are both surprising and deeply inspiring. Rosemary Harris, the esteemed English actress known for her Tony-winning career and her warm portrayal of Aunt May in the Spider-Man trilogy, once enchanted audiences with her graceful presence and refined artistry. Now 98, she moves more gently, yet her bright smile and enduring legacy continue to shine after more than 7 decades in film and theater. Woody Allen, the actor, writer, and legendary director behind Annie Hall and Manhattan, once captivated audiences with his philosophical wit and intimate portraits of human relationships. Now 89, with over 50 films and 4 Oscars, he remains a controversial yet profoundly influential figure in the history of American cinema. Bruce Dern, the intense and unpredictable actor known for Coming Home, Nebraska, and decades of standout roles. Now 89, he appears frail and noticeably aged, his features softened by time. Yet his legacy as one of Hollywood's most fearless character actors remains enduring and deeply respected. Roman Polanski, the husband of Sharon Tate, is a gifted yet highly controversial director behind Rosemary's Baby and Chinatown. Once considered one of the most influential filmmakers in international cinema. Now 92, he appears older and more solemn, his legacy overshadowed by a decades-long legal case involving a minor, an unresolved matter that continues to draw public attention. Ursula Andress, the iconic Bond girl who stunned the world in Dr. No with her unforgettable beach entrance, was once one of cinema's most captivating beauties. Now 89, her appearance has changed significantly over the years, partly influenced by noticeable cosmetic enhancements, yet she remains a timeless symbol of allure and the golden age of film. Vanessa Redgrave, the distinguished British actress celebrated for Julia and a lifetime of acclaimed performances, has long been admired for her depth, elegance, and commanding artistry. Now 88, she appears noticeably frail, moving with the aid of a cane. Yet she remains a revered figure whose legacy continues to shape generations of actors and filmmakers. Elaine May, the brilliant comedian, writer, and director who helped redefine American satire, once dazzled audiences with her razor-sharp wit and fearless originality. Now 93, she appears noticeably aged, yet still carries a thoughtful, introspective presence, her legacy as a pioneering voice in comedy and filmmaking remaining powerful and enduring. Tom Baker, the unforgettable Fourth Doctor whose booming voice and eccentric charm helped define Doctor Who, once mesmerized viewers with his towering presence and playful wit. Now 91, he appears noticeably fragile, yet still carries a spark of mischief, his legacy as one of Britain's most iconic television figures remaining vibrant and beloved across generations. Tom Skerritt, the quietly magnetic actor known for Alien and Top Gun, long captivated audiences with his rugged charm and understated strength. Now 92, he appears relaxed and content, his silver hair and warm smile reflecting a life shaped by artistry, resilience, and decades of memorable performances in American film and television. Barbara Bain, the poised and elegant actress best known for her Emmy-winning role in Mission Impossible, once captivated audiences with her cool intensity and unmistakable screen presence. Now 94, she appears visibly frail and moves more slowly. Yet her legacy as a trailblazing television icon remains deeply respected and firmly etched in Hollywood history. Petula Clark, an actress and the beloved British singer who rose to global fame with the timeless hit Downtown, once captivated audiences with her bright voice and youthful charm. Now 93, she appears noticeably aged, her features softened by time. Yet her legacy as an international pop icon remains vibrant and enduring across generations. Hector Elizondo, the warm-voiced character actor beloved for his roles in Pretty Woman, Chicago Hope, and The Princess Diaries, has long charmed audiences with his steady presence and effortless sincerity. Now 88, he carries a dignified, weathered look, yet his gracious spirit and enduring talent continue to make him a cherished figure in American film and television. Billy D. Williams, forever beloved as the suave and charismatic Lando Calrissian from Star Wars, was once admired for his smooth voice and effortless elegance. Now 88, he appears more fragile and moves with the help of a cane. Yet his warm smile and enduring charm continue to make him a treasured figure in American pop culture. Joel Grey, the legendary actor and singer who immortalized the master of ceremonies in Cabaret, once dazzled audiences with his electrifying stage presence and unmistakable charisma. Now 93, he appears visibly aged, yet still radiates warmth and vitality. His remarkable legacy standing strong as one of Broadway's most enduring and celebrated performers. Claire Bloom, the refined British actress celebrated for her elegant performances in The King's Speech, A Streetcar Named Desire, and The Haunting, long captivated audiences with her poise and emotional depth. Now 94, she appears serene and dignified, her graceful presence reflecting a lifetime of artistry that continues to shine through decades of cinematic history. Armin Mueller-Stahl, the distinguished German actor whose career spans East Berlin theater to Hollywood character roles like Shine and Eastern Promises, once gave riveting performances marked by emotional depth and dignity. Now 94, he appears quietly reflective, his once strong features softened by time. Yet his artistic legacy across cinema and stage remains powerful and lasting. Tom Courtenay, the celebrated British actor who rose to prominence with The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner and Dr. Zhivago, long impressed audiences with his subtle, deeply felt performances. Now 88, he appears gentler and more reflective, his quiet charm intact as his distinguished legacy continues to shine across decades of stage and screen history. Anita Gillette, the seasoned actress and singer celebrated for her Broadway work and standout roles in films like Moonstruck, long captivated audiences with her radiant presence and vocal charm. Now 89, she appears soft-spoken yet dignified, her inviting smile undimmed by time. Her enduring career a testament to decades of versatility in theater, film, and television. Robert Fuller, the charismatic Western and TV star known for Wagon Train, Laramie, and later Emergency, once captivated audiences with his rugged charm and leading man presence. Now 92, he appears warm and good-natured, his bright smile still familiar to longtime fans. While his legacy as a television icon of the 1950s, 70s remains fondly remembered. Bernie Koppel, the beloved character actor best known as the charming and mischievous Dr. Adam Bricker on The Love Boat, once delighted audiences with his warm smile and impeccable comedic timing. Now 92, he appears gentle and visibly aged, yet his long-standing place in American television history remains fondly celebrated by generations of viewers. Tom Atkins, the rugged, no-nonsense actor beloved by horror fans for Halloween 3, The Fog, and Night of the Creeps, once commanded the screen with his gruff charm and seasoned intensity. Now 90, he appears visibly aged, yet still carries the unmistakable presence that made him a cult icon of 1980s genre cinema. Nancy Kovac, the striking actress known for her memorable roles in Star Trek, Batman, and Jason and the Argonauts, once captivated audiences with her glamorous beauty and commanding screen presence. Now 90, she appears noticeably aged yet still carries the elegance that defined her career, her classic Hollywood allure remaining unmistakably intact. In the 1970s and 80s, Nick Nolte was the rugged, golden-haired heartthrob of the Deep and 48 Hours, admired for his wild charm and intense blue eyes. Now 84, with unkempt hair, a weathered face, and a quiet presence, he's far from Hollywood's rebel, yet still unmistakably unforgettable. Once the bad boy of Hollywood, Mickey Rourke's rugged beauty and smoldering gaze in 9.5 weeks made him a symbol of desire. At 73, years of boxing, surgeries, and aging have transformed his face, but behind every scar still burns the spirit of a true rebel. In the 1970s, Al Pacino's fiery eyes and raw intensity in The Godfather and Scarface made him one of Hollywood's most magnetic men. Now 85, with silver hair and a softer frame, he's traded menace for wisdom, yet that unmistakable spark still commands every room he enters. Once the ultimate action hero in Rocky and Rambo, Sylvester Stallone became a global icon with his muscular physique and explosive energy. Now at 79, with silver hair and a body that has changed greatly, he's left the ring for a quieter kind of strength, proof that true power goes beyond muscle. With piercing blue eyes and fearless charm, Mel Gibson redefined masculinity in Lethal Weapon and Braveheart. Now 69, his silver beard and weathered skin reveal the passage of time, yet his fiery charisma remains untouched, a warrior on and off screen. The silver-haired gentleman of Pretty Woman, Richard Gere, once embodied quiet seduction and timeless class. At 76, his once youthful glow has softened, but those calm, soulful eyes still hold the same magnetic grace that made him Hollywood's ultimate gentleman. In The Graduate, Dustin Hoffman was the unlikely rebel who redefined Hollywood's idea of a leading man. His nervous charm and sharp wit captured a generation. Now 88, his boyish spark has mellowed into warmth and wisdom, proof that true charisma outlives youth and time itself. From Wall Street to Fatal Attraction, Michael Douglas defined the slick, powerful alpha male of 1980s Hollywood. With his sharp grin and commanding voice, he embodied ambition and danger. Now 81, his silver hair and seasoned charm make him more magnetic than ever, proof that charisma only deepens with age. With dark eyes and wild charm, Johnny Depp captivated Hollywood as Edward Scissorhands and Captain Jack Sparrow. At 62, his features are weathered, his hair streaked with gray, but that mysterious allure remains impossible to ignore. Once the smooth-talking James Bond with perfect suits and sharper eyes, Pierce Brosnan redefined charm. At 72, his hair is white, his face softened, but his elegance endures, turning the aging process into pure grace. As MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson became a household name. The quick-thinking hero who could escape any trap with a paperclip and a smile. His rugged looks and gentle humor made him unforgettable. Now 75, grayer and softer, he still carries the same warmth and quiet strength that defined him. The charming doctor from ER and suave spy of Ocean's 11, George Clooney once set the standard for elegance. Now 64, with salt and pepper hair and laugh lines, he's traded youthful mischief for quiet sophistication. Still, every bit the gentleman. The everyman hero of Forrest Gump and Castaway, Tom Hanks was never about vanity, but about heart. Now 69, with gray hair and gentle lines, he radiates warmth more than ever, the face of sincerity in Hollywood's changing world. Hugh Grant, the charming Brit from Love Actually, Hollywood's quintessential leading man of classic love stories, became the ultimate boyfriend ideal for women throughout the 1990s. Now 65, his boyish curls have faded, replaced by graying hair and wry humor, yet his wit and warmth still steal every scene. In the 80s, Val Kilmer was the ultimate heartthrob. From Top Gun to The Doors, his striking looks and cool confidence made him unforgettable. He passed away on April 1st, 2025, at 65, from pneumonia, with complications from throat cancer and respiratory failure. Once known as the Golden Prince of TV, thanks to his role in The Thornbirds, Richard Chamberlain was the epitome of refined beauty. He died on March 29, 2025, aged 91, from complications of a stroke. His once youthful frame and elegant smile may have softened, but his legacy of grace from television's golden age remains undimmed. From Grease to Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta ruled the dance floor with charm and swagger. Now 71, his smooth moves have slowed, his look matured, but his presence remains strong, a man who's learned that confidence never ages. Tom Cruise, the eternal daredevil of Top Gun and Mission Impossible, once had a boyish grin that defined an era. At 63, with fine lines and seasoned eyes, he still defies time, performing his own stunts and proving that Hollywood's fire still lives within him. Once the golden boy of Fight Club and Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt defined 90's masculinity. At 61, wrinkles trace his once smooth face, and his blonde hair has turned silver, yet his calm, rugged aura makes him more magnetic than ever. From Titanic to The Great Gatsby, Leonardo DiCaprio captivated fans as Hollywood's golden boy. Now 51, his once lean features have filled out, showing a fuller face and weight gain, yet his intense, thoughtful gaze still reflects the depth and experience of a true cinematic icon. In the 1980s, Michael J. Fox captured hearts as the charming, quick-witted star of Back to the Future and Family Ties. Now 64, after years of battling Parkinson's disease, his once youthful energy has softened, yet his courage and optimism make him more inspiring than ever. Robert Redford, the classic heartthrob of Hollywood, forever remembered for his charm in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and The Sting. Once treated for skin cancer, he now enjoys steady health. At 89, retired from acting, he carries his timeless good looks into a graceful later life. Warren Beatty, Hollywood's charming leading man of Bonnie and Clyde and Shampoo, captivated audiences with his striking looks and magnetic presence. Now 88, with health declining with age, he lives quietly in retirement, remembered as one of cinema's most handsome and accomplished stars. Jon Voight, the striking star of Midnight Cowboy and Coming Home, earned fame for both his talent and classic good looks. Now 86, with health gradually declining with age, he remains a respected Hollywood figure, remembered as one of the most handsome and versatile actors of his era. Harrison Ford, ruggedly handsome and unforgettable as Han Solo and Indiana Jones, embodies Hollywood adventure. His striking looks carried him through decades of blockbusters. At 83, he has endured injuries and health scares, but continues acting, maintaining both resilience and undeniable charm. Robert De Niro, famed for his piercing eyes and tough guy allure in Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, remains a striking figure. Though age has slowed him, his charisma endures. At 82, he manages health carefully, staying active in acting and film production. Sam Elliott, famed for his mustache, deep voice, and roles in Mask and Roadhouse, became an icon of American masculinity. Now 81, with stamina fading from age, he still carries timeless charisma, remembered as one of Hollywood's most distinctive and handsome legends. Sam Neill, the charming star of Jurassic Park and The Piano, carried rugged good looks with quiet depth. His gentle presence made him a fan favorite. At 77, after battling blood cancer, he remains stable, continuing to act with resilience and grace. Jeff Bridges, with his soulful eyes and rugged appeal in The Last Picture Show and Tron, earned heartthrob status. His boyish charm matured gracefully. At 75, after battling lymphoma and COVID, he returned to work, healthier and still admired. Mark Harmon, the clean-cut star of Saint Elsewhere and later NCIS, became known for his classic good looks and athletic charm. His style aged gracefully. At 74, he enjoys good health, living more privately after stepping back from long-running television success. Kurt Russell, handsome and cool, rose to fame with Escape from New York and Big Trouble in Little China. His rugged features became iconic. At 74, he enjoys good health, occasionally acting alongside longtime partner Goldie Hawn, maintaining his Hollywood legend status. Liam Neeson, tall and striking, commanded attention in Schindler's List and Taken. His brooding features gave him enduring appeal. At 73, he manages age with resilience, still taking on film roles and carrying his rugged charm with ease. Bill Pullman, with his warm smile and classic good looks, shined in Independence Day and While You Were Sleeping. He embodied the approachable leading man. At 71, he remains in good health, continuing to act in both television and film projects. Dennis Quaid, forever youthful and charismatic, stole hearts in The Right Stuff and The Parent Trap. His boyish grin never faded. At 71, he stays healthy, balancing film work with music, still admired for his energy and charm. Bruce Willis, the tough yet handsome star of Die Hard, won audiences with charisma and wit. His everyman appeal became iconic. At 70, he lives with frontotemporal dementia, retired from acting, but cherished for the image of strength he brought to Hollywood. Kevin Costner, the all-American leading man of Dances with Wolves and The Bodyguard, carried rugged good looks with quiet confidence. His classic style won generations of fans. At 70, he maintains strong health, balancing acting with directing and music. Willem Dafoe, intense and uniquely handsome, became unforgettable through Platoon and Spider-Man. His sharp features and magnetic presence set him apart. At 70, he remains healthy and highly active, still embracing challenging roles across Hollywood and indie cinema. Denzel Washington, admired for his commanding presence and handsome features, shined in Malcolm X and Training Day. A mix of strength and elegance defines him. At 70, he remains in good health, still acting and directing, carrying himself with dignity and grace. Alec Baldwin, tall and charismatic, rose with films like The Hunt for Red October. His sharp features and confident presence made him a Hollywood heartthrob. At 67, he faces health struggles and stress but continues acting, still carrying a strong screen presence. Dick Van Dyke, born December 13, 1925, legendary star of Mary Poppins and The Dick Van Dyke Show. After battling alcoholism and smoking, he faced titanium implant headaches, now resolved. At 99, he remains optimistic, staying active with regular exercise. Born May 31, 1930, Clint Eastwood directed Million Dollar Baby and starred in Gran Torino, leaving an indelible mark on film history. At 95, he faces age-related frailty and declining mobility, rarely seen in public, but his legendary presence and influence on cinema remain as powerful as ever. Anthony Hopkins was born December 31, 1937, legendary star of The Silence of the Lambs, inspires at 87. Sober for decades and diagnosed with Asperger's in 2017, he continues to thrive through film, music, and art. Jack Nicholson, born April 22, 1937, electrified audiences in The Shining and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now 88, he lives privately amid reports of dementia, his cinematic legacy forever secure. Robert Duvall, born January 5, 1931, legendary for The Godfather and Tender Mercies. He has faced minor health challenges tied to aging, yet remains spirited. At 94, he continues to inspire with wisdom drawn from decades of cinema. Steve Martin, born August 14, 1945, beloved for The Jerk and father of the bride. He has faced age-related hearing loss, but remains vibrant and active. At 80, he continues performing with wit, music, and timeless comedic charm. F. Murray Abraham, born October 24, 1939, best known for Amadeus. He has aged gracefully, balancing stage and screen with occasional health struggles. At 85, he remains respected, admired for his commanding performances and longevity. Michael Caine, born March 14, 1933. Now 92, he has faced spinal stenosis and mobility issues. Once surviving alcoholism, he continues to live quietly, supported by his wife's care and a commitment to health. Thank you for watching Golden Flame Stars. These extraordinary performers, actors, icons, and trailblazers once shaped the very soul of Hollywood. Though time has reshaped their faces, it has only deepened the stories they carry. Their journeys remind us that true greatness endures far beyond fame or youth. If their transformations touched you, please like, share, and let us know which legendary star surprised you the most.